Hello everyone, today I will be streaming the quarterfinals of the match between Gina Gina and Carcassonne 9. Those are two of the best players of Belgium. Gina Gina is Victor Nicolas, champion of 2022 of the live tournament. And the other player, Carcassonne 9, is Vancina Wannes, Belgian champion of 2016. And the game starts. Good luck to both players. And the first 4 points are for Nicolas. Yes, I would have done the same. You can always join later. But of course, if your opponent draws this tile, you cannot. Definitely a perfect start here for, I will call them red and green. Perfect start for red. With this tile, he could also have played it here, but he didn't want his opponent to trap this meeple. And now we can try to share the road. Yes, but you have to turn the curve like this, and everything is fine here. Yeah, but Gina can now block. Although with the curve here, he could have done the same. But is the block worth a city cap? That's only 7 points for a meeple. For a trap meeple, that is. So that's the first victory for Gina Gina. Trying to take the city. He could also try to overtake the road, but too many risks of a road for the opponent. So he needs a splitter tile to complete. Oh, Nicola is giving away city tiles to his opponent. Five tiles finish the city in one move, but 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are already on the board. So only 3 tiles fit in here. This one of those, and 2 of those, of which one without a shield. Oh, that's a risky play. But does it pay off? Not yet. I guess you have to go with this one. Take the city cap. That's a strange play, in my opinion. Red is behind in meeples. So I guess he should... Okay, this is blocking 2 meeples of green and only 1 of himself. So that's a good move indeed. I would always take the city cap here. But you have to be careful if you're red here, because, good move by the way, no splitter tiles are left. Both splitter tiles are on the board. I would not have meeple this one, because red now has only one meeple left. Trying to block this connection, and Gina cannot prevent it, so he only can build further. Oh, we can go for a 75%er. Oh, but immediately Gina gets this tile. So only one tile is left to fill this gap. That's very unfortunate, because it's also the last meeple of Wannes. This meeple is blocked. Those two rely on this tile. He hopes to get this meeple back very soon. Not taking this meeple back. And I think Nicola will not give red a meeple back here. I guess he will go for 4 points here for the city. You can always complete this, I think. Oh, that's surprising to me. That's very surprising to me. Okay, he gets 2 meeples back instead of 1. And now you have to finish this one. And hope your next tile will not be an extender. He could have considered a field meeple. It's time to meeple this field, I think. But Gina is waiting. Good move, adding 1 point to your total, and also blocking this monastery a little bit. Interesting move. Wasting a valuable city cap. How many tiles fit in there? Normally 3. There's 2 of them. This is the third one, so this is a 100% block. And red has a meeple disadvantage. This one is permanently blocked. This will be there for the rest of the game. This one no too. So I think it was definitely worth it to block this one. Investing a valuable city cap. Yeah, but blocking green here is not that effective, because green has meeple advantage, and also he is likely to get a meeple back soon. so green doesn't worry about it. I think it was at this point red is way behind, so you have to take a risk here, I think, and wait for a tile like this to do this block. But that would have failed because Gina could have protected. Like this, for example. He's going for a move like this, where there's only one tile that fits in there, and red can build further, while green has only 2 points for this meeple. Building in his own field. Do you go for 6 points here or not? I would count here. You have to think that your opponent can get this one back. Interesting move. But I don't know if it's correct. Still a lot of curves, and 2 monasteries were left. I would have considered meepling the field here. He played that one very quickly. You still have to think, what happens if my opponent finds this tile? And that's one with the shield on, I think. No, it's without a shield, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 points. That's 20 points, 23 points for the road. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30 points, 38, 41. So red is at 70 if he finds this tile. This is blocked. Very well done. 71. So, and green is at 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a 12-point field. 21. 61. So, in case red gets this one, green is 9 points behind. But green will get a meeple back, so I would definitely meeple this road. This field. But he does not do that. Now you have to take the 6 points, I guess. Or do you prevent your opponent from joining your field, and Wannes should now try to join the field? He doesn't need the field to win, but yeah, I think this was a mistake by Nicola. He should have meepled it. And now Nicola has to hope that Wannes doesn't find this tile. And Wannes makes the connection. There's no entrance in the field via this, because all 3 tiles that fit there are out. So he still has to hope that Carcassonne doesn't draw this tile. Whoever draws this one will win the game. And to be honest, Juanes deserves it because he invested his last meeple. Immediately after that, his opponent made it a 50-50 instead of a 75-25. Very nice move. I think. Yeah, I have to count the curves, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does it mean still 4 of those are left? I guess so. I would. What would I do here? Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 7. Monastery is also 7. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 17. Oh, trying to join here. That's a very good move. I didn't see it. If Juanes manages to connect here, I think he definitely wins the game. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This cancels out. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This cancels out. Minus 6 is 14. Ooh, it's very close. I think Juanes still needs this one to win the game. And now Gina is counting. Yeah, but oh yeah, there's it. But now what? It's going to be very close. He didn't need to take the risk here to rejoin. He could have taken a lot of points with those last tiles. I think Juanes may win the game because of that. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake by Nicola. This one. Yeah, he says he didn't get one of both connections. But on the other hand, you don't need to do this. Just add this tile to your big city. That will add 2 points. For example, add it here. 2 points to your city, meeple the field, and you win the game. That's it. So, interesting first game. Played very quickly. Let's see what the second game brings us. And this is the second game. Now the first 4 points are for Juanes. Okay, Nico, you will play Ontology at 9 o'clock. I will see if I stream this one or that one too. Not sure yet. I understand this move, but I don't know if I like it. Very unfortunate for Juanes. Always this move indeed. And now, yeah, you cannot block here. You have to meeple the road indeed. Take 4 points. There's even some situation where no, you have to close the city cap. He's protecting this, but maybe too adventurous. There's no tile that blocks this one. There are some tiles that make it harder for this to complete, but your opponent also has to spend time in it, invest time in it. Building around the monastery of your opponent. I don't understand this move. It only makes it harder for this to complete. And if your opponent finds this, your road will probably be finished. So maybe I understand it, but you always have to meeple this one, especially when you have 3 meeples left. There's one of those 3 tiles. You have to be careful for this. If green now manages to... Yeah, look. You would have taken 4 points and meeple this one. Not sure about that. You could go for this. Instead, you always have to meeple here. If you don't do it, your opponent will, and you will score a lot of points for it. Exactly. And now, of course, your opponent will do it. Great start for Wannes in red. Good move, I think. And now it's time to play a field meeple or not. It's clear that this will be a huge field. Place it here and put a meeple in the field. That's the best move. Or you can try to join the road. Why this way? Gina will place the field meeple now. So you, red, definitely had to place a field meeple here. Preventing green from dropping a field meeple. This is the ideal card if red didn't play this. By placing it here, there's only 1 tile left that fits here. But with this move, red saves his meeple. Although, yeah, you have to do this and meeple it, of course. Field meeple, yep. Good move, good choice. Not a lot of moves that are playable here. You can try to rejoin the field, but in that case you leave a city gap open. But it's clear that it will be a big field. Understandable, but I think I would have meepled this city. You have to play it here, I guess. You don't want to give your opponent 2 meeples back. What else is he considering? Oh, taking a big city? I don't really like this move. On the other hand, still 3 tiles fit here. On the other hand, you cannot complete the city without endangering this one. You can try to prevent red from joining your field. I would do that, I think. Or you can try to annoy red a little bit. Yes, take 2 points and hope for a block next turn. Now you can see the problem with this move. Green had a solid meeple advantage. Of course, if you place this tile here, that gives your opponent the opportunity to re-attack. It's a good move. But this meeple is dead now. Only 3 tiles fit in here. 1, 2, 3. And now you also have to... Or maybe you don't have to protect this square. You can just add 2 points to your total. And green also has to be careful. Okay, very interesting move. Making sure that this connection cannot be made and setting up so you can get these points. But Wannes is doing a great job here. If he manages to complete this one, he gets a point for the monastery. He can even meeple the field for 6 points, or he can meeple the road for 4 points and get the meeple back. Not good, not good. Okay, it's again a very big field. 7 cities, 21 points. Both players share the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 8 is 17. So red is at +4, but this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So red is at -8, and that's why he does this. He wants to overtake this road. But that can backfire. I would place it here and meeple the field, I guess. Or even continue the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives a lot of points to green. Equal score on the scoreboard. Road is shared. Big field is shared for now. But this meeple will join soon. 11 points for the rest for green. 7 for red. So red is at -4 and also -10 if you count this field separately. Now I have to count how many starting tiles. 1, 2, 3. I count only 3. So blocking here is not really blocking this. How many straight lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 straight lines. No. You are way behind. You have to take a risk. You should always go here for 8 points, hoping you can complete it, put a meeple on the road. I think that's your only winning plan. Or go for the field, of course. But I cannot see. Oh, I'm sorry. This is green. I thought it was red. Yes, you have to share the row of do this indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 3 crossroads remain. Good move, good connection. Not a useful tile, I thought, but he finds it immediately. Trying to join the field. You have to place it here or there. Only 2 crossroads remain. Let's be accurate here. One of those and one of those. That's too early, in my opinion. This connection is dead now. So green will win this one. Unless red can join the field from somewhere. Maybe from this side. So what I would do here is put it here, score 2 points. Maybe there's some back-to-back curve that can do the thing. Red has only 2 tiles left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No curves left. So I guess this was impossible, my idea. Maybe with a tile like this. 1, 2, 3. No. Taking 2 points and preventing green from finishing. Put it here. Meeple the city, I guess. Only 3 points for this one, I can see. Eight cities in the field. -2 is 6, that's 18 points. 20, 22, 4, 6, 8, 9, 30, 32. 32 minus 4, 7, 9. No. Gina wins this one. 20 points or so, I guess. 18 points. So we are heading towards a third game. What happened in this one? Unfortunate start for Wannes here. He needed this style last game. He also didn't want his opponent to get it this game. And Nicola got this one very fast. I think the mistake of the game from Wannes' perspective was to not meeple the field as the first player. So, and that allowed Gina to finish this city and also meeple the field. Very strong move. Okay, let's see if we can go to the third game. I don't like my opponent getting a city cap as the first move, but in case my opponent gets this style, it's not too bad. Although red cannot meeple the city cap. Gina should place it here and not here. This is easy to complete for red as well. This is a little bit harder to complete. We don't have to play too fast, or Kraftiraf cannot follow with the stream, he is saying. Funny guy, Nicolas. No. I don't think you should do this. You should always go for this city cap. And again, it appears to be a big field battle. And red is in a little bit of trouble because this meeple is a little bit blocked, but not a lot. No, you have to meeple this one. Always meeple this, I think. Oh, Wannes cannot even protect this one. Why not meeple this road? I'm totally confused. I think Wannes is tilting a little bit. Strange move. I think you even have to do this to prevent your opponent from scoring 5 quick points, and he only now meeples it. But your opponent could have done the same if the opponent drew this tile. So that's why I prefer to meeple this tile already. Protect this one. Always, yep. I would even consider put it like this and meeple the road. trying to go for a ring road, because you can use curves here, crossroads here. And now one is in a little bit of trouble. Although finishing this city, still 5 tiles left, will give him at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 is 10, 13 points, that's a lot. Put it here, meeple the city cap. Is he considering meeple this one? To meeple this one, but it's only 6 points if he does this. It's not enough yet. And you don't have to waste a city cap for that. I don't like having no city cap open, because if you draw one of those tiles, for example, or one of those, or one of those, for example, yeah, this is ideal. But keep in mind, red could have gotten 2 city caps open here. Just put it here, get this meeple back, and you have 2 city caps open, and that you will benefit from it later in the game. You will see. They are coin flipping for this. Here it is. With a city cap open, you could add this one to your city. But that's not a bad move as well. I should say either. Okay. Juanes is trying to do the same as last game, build around the city. I would put it here, I think. Or no, here is better. With the road to the right, so you can finish your road. And build around your monastery. On the other hand, you're leaving those spots open for your opponent. But like yourself, your opponent has only 2 meeples, so is he really going to risk filling in these gaps? I don't think so. Oh, like that. Okay. That's the risk indeed. And now you need a curve here, you need a curve there. inventive move, but I don't know if it's the best. Imagine you put it here. You also need the curve. You protect this road. You add 6 points to your total for the monastery. This will also be 6 points, but shared. And you also give your opponent a meeple back with this move. This is not a good move at all by Wannes. That's a huge oversight, I think. With this move, he is putting a lot of cities in the field of his opponent, and that's a huge problem. He could have, for example, started a counter field here, or here, or somewhere else, but he played it very quickly in order to attack this one. But this connection is not crucial to win the game, while this field is crucial. Not meepling a city cap. Oh, why would you do that? Just meeple this one. Few strange choices here. Put it here. Maybe even meeple the field, but I don't think you should do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 tiles fit in here. You can connect. So this was not doing nothing. Well, you could have an open city cap here. An open city. Re-attacking with your last meeple. Okay. I'm not a fan of it. Protecting this spot. But there's only one tile that fits here. Or should I say still one tile? Hoping to connect here. I think Gina has to put it here. And red will not have meeple back for the rest of the game. The only question is, do you meeple that one or not? I think meepling was correct, actually. 2, 4, 5, plus 2 for red, plus 4, but 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, you could, exactly. Do you risk it here or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good move. Making sure that your opponent doesn't take it. It was a mistake, I think, not meepling this city. From Nicola. Let's do a quick count. Imagine this field gets connected. Red is at plus 3. Plus 7. Plus 9. So it's very close, but red doesn't have a meeple left. What I would do here, if I were Nicolas, probably just take 6 points here. This is a dangerous move because it can backfire. Now, His opponent can protect, exactly. And now you have to meeple this one. That's the only correct move. And green is in a comfortable lead here. I cannot see how he can lose the game. 1, 2, 3. Red has to get this one very fast. And or get this meeple back. Those both meeples. So I think Gina Gina now has to take this city cap. And if red finishes the city, he has 2 new meeples to work with. If his opponent does not finish this city, he will win the game anyway, I think. You should not try to block this, I guess, this connection, because here is still a 50-50. Yeah, exactly. All moves of red to get a meeple back also give a meeple back to green. So you should always place it here with the meeple, I guess. Now you don't get 8 points because of it. You only get 4 points. And again, going for a field, but this... No, you don't need a field to win the game. Very good move, by the way, from Wannes. Gina Gina can take 6 points, but in that case he will not connect to the field, because 2 tiles that fit in there are already out, but he should take those 6 points. This is equal. Field is equal. Red is ahead by 4 points here. So red is at -1. If green takes 6 points, red is at -7. Exactly, and he can also get 3 points by connecting this. Yeah, this is, but this is not good enough. I think green is at +1. Just go here and... Oh, is this connection still possible? I forgot about it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So this is not possible anymore. So you don't have to be afraid of it. Just grab 5 points here, or maybe the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's very dangerous. I don't know if this city cap is still left, but if you Imagine your opponent now draws a city cap. No, okay, it was not there. But your opponent will get 2 meeples back. Congratulations to Nicola. I think he won the game. And he will be facing Rafalino, a new player, at least in the Belgian Championship, and Moby Dick, a member of Team Belgium last year. I will play against the JSM 89, but I was not able to contact him yet. And Nico will play versus Anthology, and they will start at 9 o'clock, so I will continue the stream. Perfectly timed. I don't know much about Anthology. I think he was also a member of Team Belgium a few years ago, but not last year. It's always great to mention who started in the chat, so you don't have to look back in case of a draw. I don't like this move, by the way, from Nico, because Anthology can now finish the city and also grab 2 points. I don't understand what they are saying, but at least, oh yeah, a tile was discarded. Now I understand. And a rough start for Nico, already 10 points behind. -3, so 7 points behind. I would place it here. That's also fine, I guess. I would place it here and try to bring this city into this intersection. Only 3 tiles fit in there, and 2 of those 3 are on the board. But maybe this is a safer move. Probably. Not meepling the monastery that early in the game is definitely a big mistake. But nevertheless, Anthology is in the lead. Now Nico doesn't want to put it here. You want to save this spot for a monastery? Without thinking? I think this is a little bit too careless. You could have placed it here, not investing in meeple. Nicola is saying he was in panic. Was panicking. Nico should take 3 points here, maybe 2. Or should he do something about this? It's hard to say. That's definitely an okay choice. Trying to block this one. But now Ontology can go for a ring road. Put the meeple on that one, of course, for 3 points already. On the other hand, he cannot finish the ring road because that will give his opponent the opportunity to block. Maybe Nico is thinking about putting this tile here with a meeple on the city. It's the same situation as in the previous game. I don't know about this move. I understand that Nico is trying to block the square. But if Ontology gets the right tile, this is not the perfect tile, but this is an okay tile. He can put it here to save both spots. And now definitely, yeah, that's the problem with this move. I told you a few moves ago, I didn't like this one. He should have placed it here on top of it. In case this one gets blocked, only one meeple gets blocked instead of 2. This is a good move, preventing Nico from finishing his monastery with another monastery, and also trying to block this tile. An Ontology can try to block here, but this is more dangerous. And it's a bit unfortunate for Nico for not drawing the right tile to protect this monastery. So I guess he should place it here with no meeple on it. I don't really understand this move from Nico, Why not protecting this one? Ontology has only one meeple left. It's dangerous for him to connect here because Nico can re-attack the city. He is not daring to put a meeple on this. And Nico again doesn't draw a tile to protect this monastery. Ontology is 6 points ahead in this weird game. I would have put it the other way, so in case your opponent finishes the city cap, this city is also a bit protected. Problem with this third ring road is that Ontology is needing a curve everywhere. 1, 2, 3 places. And I understand this move, but I think... Yeah, okay, it's from Nico. Good move. Not possible to re-attack this. But I think I would risk it. Not trying to close or to annoy it for a little bit. Because just take a lot of points here. And even if your opponent overtakes the city, it will not be too bad. Good evening in the chat, Nicolas. Entertaining games. Good pace as well. You could even consider meepling the field. Or, of course, trying to overtake the city is better. Take 4 points, I guess. Or do you want to protect this spot? One, two, three. If you put it here, 2 tiles finish the city. Protecting this monastery is a very good move, because Ontology needs the curve in 3 places, so he will not take 4 points here. You can finish this one with all kind of curves. I liked it here more. And also put a meeple in the field. I would have done that. Because as you can see, I suppose Nico will finish this monastery. This field can be huge. Juicy monastery spot here. Still no field meeple indeed. Maybe put it here and meeple the field. So your opponent will not use a curve to take 4 points, and you can do it. Connect those two to the field as well. Yep, I would have done the same. Just in time, because Nico found the right tile. £17 on the board for red, so he is at 64. 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, so 54. That's 10 points ahead for red, but he has 2 meeples blocked. I would definitely meeple this field. Or meeple it now. Gina would also meeple this field here. Especially because you have a meeple advantage of two meeples. There is no splitter tile left, so adding it here is not too bad. Oh, interesting play. 1, 2. I don't know about this. It's still possible to complete. And now you have to put it in this field, I guess. Did he miscount? Maybe. If you place this one upside down, so the other way around, red will need a curve to complete this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 curves are left. But I would have placed it. The downside of putting this upside down is your opponent can attack it. But he has only 1 meeple left. So I would have put it the other way with a field meeple. 4 curves to finish this one. And you are 2 versus 1 in the big field. Hard decision for Anthology. Great move. 10-point move. 4 points for the road and 6 points for the field. And again, because of the field, the meeple disadvantage, Anthology cannot use a city cap, cannot use a monastery. It's too risky. You could try to put it here and make this one big field, but there is just too many ways of intruding. For example, here or here. I think this one is a lot safer. I even think Nico doesn't need the field to win the game. Or does he? No, that's not correct. If they share the field, 7, this is equal 10. That's only 3, so red is 7 points ahead. Plus 2 is 9 points. Here's a curve, so if you place this one the other way around, you could connect, give your opponent a meeple back, but being 2 versus 1 in the field. Oh, you can also put it here. I like this move a lot. Put it here, meeple this field, so we have already 3 points. But if your opponent finds this tile, you will add more points to your total. And also there are still curves left. Yeah, but this is also perfectly fine. I like it the other way around because yeah, both spots are a little bit vulnerable if Ontology has enough time to block. But that's not the case here. But again, 4 points for Ontology. It's not correct to put it here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All starting tiles are gone, but no, don't put it this way because your opponent can make use of the city cap. And now I think Nico will connect here. Also making sure that, okay. You don't need to connect in order to win the game, I guess. 2, 4, 6, 7. Again, 10 points. Minus 3 is 7. So red is at plus 7. Plus 8 is plus 15. So currently, Nico has 6 points down. So Nico needs this connection. Ontology is counting if this is the correct move. But I think the correct move for Ontology is to place this one here and meeple the field. No, meeple the field. Or did I miscount somewhere? 1, 2. Yeah, still 1 tile is left. You already have 3 points here, with the possibility to have 6. You can put it here for 6-point field. This is a 7-point field, making a connection. But I think Ontology can win the game easily without the field now. Nico has to connect in order to win the game. And even then, it's only 15 points. This is 5. So that's 20. This is 10 for red. 17. So Nico is at plus 3 if he places it here. But minus 8 at the scoreboard. But he has a meeple extra, so it will be very close in the end. What tiles are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one discarded tile at the beginning. So the big city tile is out. Enabling disconnection. I understand, but you need disconnection in order to win the game. And there's plenty of other connections as well. Just take 4 points. Why? Why? Okay, you don't have a meeple, so you cannot take 4 points. Is this still possible, by the way? No monasteries left? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2, I think. 2 without 1, 2. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. So 1 tile fits in here, but he can also do it with a curve, for example, and another curve. So still a lot of possibilities. So I think Nico has to block this connection. But he also needs to score points. Equal score. Nico, meeple it. You have meeples enough. This is just nerves, I think. That's a huge mistake, I guess, not meepling this one. And why did Anthology finish this city? This basically gave Nico 4 points, 3 for the city and 1 for the monastery. This is the last Dorito tile. Meeple. Good. He could have had 3 points extra. I hope for Nico that it doesn't matter. This is a juicy 6-point field, or maybe even here. But will it be enough? Let me count. This is 12, 14, and 3 is 17, 10, 18, and 6, 24. So Nico is 7 points behind. I think if he takes a 6-point field and another field afterwards, he will win the game. Unless Anthology finds this tile, of course. I think it's still 1 out there. 1, 2, 3. Not there in the chat. 4. I cannot see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, this one. Always check the ones with a meeple. Why did you complete this one? I don't understand, because it gives your opponent 3 points, plus 3 points is 6 points. And Nico will get away with it, but he definitely didn't play his best game here. Nail biter indeed. 10 points in the end. But that's also because of this move that gave Ontology 2 points. But Nico 6, so plus 4 for Nico with this move. Nico, by the way, is the captain of Team Belgium in the World Cup and the European Cup, European Championship. Stress, I think, says Nicolas in the chat, and I think so as well. Nico mentioned in the chat who started the game, but I forgot. I think, yeah, Ontology started last game, so Nico will start this game. And this is indeed the second best style to start with. The best style to start with is with the same tile with the shield on it. So if I were Ontology, I would sabotage this, because now Nico is leading with 6 points. Nico is already thinking. That's an okay move. Although, if you know the tiles your opponent is getting, it would have been better to place it here, trying to join this city. Yeah, you can always scrap up the points I leave behind. Ontology also did this in the last game. It's too early to meeple fields, in my opinion. No, I don't think so. No, it's easy for Nico to have a goal in the game. And the goal is to make this field not big, to keep it small. For example, with a road here and crossroad there, it's already surrounded by roads almost. And you, of course, don't build in the field of your opponent, like Wannes did, by the way, in the last game. That cost him the game. Although he could share the field, I think, with one of the last tiles. This is not a good move by Ontology. He is now restricting his own field. And I would like this move in case the field has 3 finished cities in it, but it has only 1 finished city in it. So I think you had to put it the other way around. So give it more opportunities to grow. And Nico is doing the same, but that's on purpose. He wants to keep this a small field. I think Nico should now go for this. Maybe here is better. I liked it here better because his opponent needed to block, for example, like this, and he could use the road for extra points. Good move. Nico has to be careful. Don't let your opponent finish this one. So the ideal scenario is to put it here. I would place it like so. So you can also use a single straight line to block this and also annoy this meeple for a little bit. And as you can see, this field has very low potential because of this move. Nico finds the correct move, the best move. And the only thing Ontology can do is this, but if Nico can find one of the 7 curves, this meeple is dead, this one is dead, this one is dead, and the game is over. Not on the lower levels, but with Nico as an opponent, it's over in that case. I would always meeple the monastery, but we saw in the previous game, I think it was, that Ontology doesn't like to meeple his monasteries. But when you have 4 meeples and there's a 5-point monastery spot, you should definitely go for it. You can try to put it here, protecting your road, but there are a lot more curves than monastery spots with a little road. That's by the way one of the only ways to enlarge the field. Place a monastery here, and this field suddenly has a lot of potential. And because Ontology didn't meeple this monastery, now Nico could. Yeah, I agree, Nicolas. Ontology should have kept this one open and hope for a straight line. Blocking this as well, but also blocking his own road. But that can be justified. Yes, this was perfectly in time. If Ontology could finish this one, and also that would mean 6 points for this meeple, and a lot of points for this city. I prefer to put this meeple there. You make use of second city cap. and that would mean 8 points instead of 4. And you can see Nico is, Ontology is saying needed that. He needed this one to make use of, but he got a monastery and he didn't use it. And you will see how easy it is to complete this one. There it is, the corner to ruin the game for Ontology. 3-point meeple, I called it. It's too early for this field, especially when you ruin it by yourself. And this game is basically over. Because if Ontology wants to get a meeple back, he will also give his opponent a meeple back. So that's not really an option. And meanwhile, Nico can build further around his monasteries, finish the city, and be in a comfortable lead. Let's do a quick point count. I would not bother about this. I would just, maybe here is good. Yeah, why not? You're in an meeple disadvantage. It's still early to meeple the field, I guess. It's only 9 points. It's not a mistake to meeple it, but it's not necessary as well, I think. Good attempt, but again, just in time, this curve for Nico. Nico is at +4 at the board, but +11 at the scoreboard, so +15. And it seems Ontology has connection problems. What would be my plan if I were red here? I really don't know. This situation, red loses 3 meeples for 1, and that gives him 5, 8, 10, 14 points against 3. So he lost 2 meeples for 11 points. That's not good enough. You should score at least 9 points per meeple. At least in that stage of the game. Now the plan for Nico is simple. Still 3 monasteries are left, so ideally you want to place a monastery here with a meeple. That's 7 extra points, 6 for this monastery and 1 for this one. You shoot your opponent, make the connection. Meepling this field is not necessary. Yeah, red can meeple it, but in this stage I like to meeple the city cap. But for example here, put the curve like so and hope to block this. That's the only way for red to come back in the game. But on the other end, with a curve, Nico is safe. You cannot block this. It's 30 There are too many ways to continue. I guess you should meeple this one. On the other hand, 4 big city tiles are left. Still 3 starting tiles are left as well, so it's not easy to block this. 2 of those are left. Anthology indeed needs to keep his meeples and hope for quick points, but yeah, Nico should definitely do this. And that's a problem. With this move, he could have meepled the city cap, and now finish the city cap. Finish the city, but he now faces the same problem, but with a meeple less, because he meepled this field. Yeah, but leaving city caps open for your opponent is not correct. I think you should even meeple this road. One, two, three, four. 4 crossroads remain, so a lot of opportunities to get your meeple back. And you don't want to give your opponent 5 quick points. And now Anthology should meeple this city, I guess. You don't want to block here because still 2 tiles fit in there. And I even think you first meeple this one. First put it here and only then finish this. No, maybe not. 8 curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Indeed, in the chat mentioned by Nicholas. So only 1 curve is left, but still 4, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4 crossroads, yes. 1 of those, 2 of those, and also the big crossroad. There it is. So it was definitely good to wait for it. You could also meeple this little road for 3 points and try to finish that one. Nico is saying he cannot complain, and Anthology is doing this face to say, dude, you're so lucky. But on the other hand, I don't think Nico is lucky at all. When there's 4 crossroads left for 18 tiles, that's 1 in 4, 1 in 5. That's a good chance. Also, a city cap would help him, a monastery would help him, another city cap would help him, so a lot of tiles is helping Nico. Interesting 6 tiles to finish the bottom city. And this is one of them. Yeah, Nico is, he cannot complain with his draw. I would place it here. You don't need all those fields to win the game. He was at minus 11 here. If red makes a connection, Red is at plus 12 here, and 11 is 23, and 6 is 29, but that's not enough, given the fact that blue also has two big monasteries here. And as you can see, not meepling this monastery, even in this weird spot, is usually a mistake, because you would have gotten 9 points for it. Of course, the game would have turned out a little bit different, but still. Of the 5 monasteries on the board, 3 are completed and 1 is almost completed. Oh, this is an interesting move, connecting the fields. And this is one of the only times that you don't meeple the monastery. It's your last meeple and there are still 5 tiles left, of which a few crossroads, like this one. You could have used this tile for there, but this is turned out to be better. Yeah, pre-building points, why not put a meeple there yourself? And the big field is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 points, but that's not enough. That's not the most accurate move. Although a lot of city caps were left, so you can even meeple this field, I guess, but one curve is left, or I think so. You don't have to meeple it. Anthology knows he's lost. Anthology was, by the way, semi-finalist of last year. And now he is meepling a city, but still one big city tile is left. And again, Nico is ending the game with too many meeples in his hand, because he will finish his monasteries and put a meeple on the road. At least he has more time than meeples this time. Exactly. Probably referring to the World Championships, where he finished one game with only 2 seconds on the clock. And the reason why Nico doesn't put the curve here is because that will connect all the fields and also taking away 12 points. Or I should say 3 points. It's only 3 points difference, but because those 3 cities are already in Red's field. So I still think this was correct. And even finishing the last city here Is it correct to finish it there? It's plus 5 minus 1 minus 3. It's only plus 1. So it doesn't matter. Put it here or there. Some people prefer to end the game without meeples for the statistics, so you could place it here. On the right city with a meeple, but he didn't have a meeple, so there was no meeple left. Good game from our team captain. Well played. Interesting games today. And for the next stage of the tournament, let's take a look. Nico will advance. Gina will advance to the next round. And Nico will play against myself or GSM next week. I still have to play my game. My opponent is currently not reacting. And the Raffaellino against Moby Dick. They will play to face Gina next round. I want to thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.